How's it going, everyone? Hendrix here, bringing you another Minnesota Vikings franchise video. We're in Week 18. It's the final game of the season, and we're trailing the division leaders, the Green Bay Packers, by 1 game. But even if we finish on the same record, we have the head-to-head. So the objective is simple. Win our game, win the division. Well, obviously, if the Packers win, then no, but you get what I'm saying. Anything other than a Packers win, and we're in. So obviously I'm going to say that running game is the one that gives us the success. I know the Bears have a stout run defense, so I can always mix in some play-action passing if needs be. The Bears, playing for pride at this point. I don't think that they stand a realistic shot of making the playoffs, but I could be mistaken, I guess. The game day goal is to throw for 350. That's interesting. But yeah, let's see if we can get the job done, and let's see that if we can lock in the postseason, if it's not locked in already. Let's have a look at the playoff picture real quick, actually, just for general purposes. We are actually we are not in the we're the 5th seed. Isn't that funny how we just went from me saying we're not in the playoffs to the 5th seed, just like that. But yes, we're the 5th seed, we're the 5 seed. But obviously that could quickly shift to the 2 seed, or maybe even the 1 seed if we're lucky. So, without any further delays, let's kick this off, and let's go. Let's beat those Chicago Bears. It's a home game, so the Vikings are going to have the Minnesota faithful. And let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do. As Justin Fields comes out. He's had a productive season, he has. But let's see if we can't be placed spoiler to him. See if we can't shut down that potential MVP season that he so craves, as Montgomery gets a huge handoff to the left. Absolutely wide open, 13 yards. That needs to change right away.
It shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Another run to the left. Montgomery, 2 rushes for 20 yards. That's 10 yards a carry. We need to stop that. We're going to go with a zone blitz. We're going to pinch the defensive line. As Daniil Hunter gets into the backfield and stops Montgomery for a 2-yard loss. And on 3rd down, we're going to put even more pressure in Justin Fields' face. We're going to press him. But Fields gets the ball off over the middle to Darnell Mooney. And let's see if the Vikings can bend but not break. That handoff to the left is just so deadly, as the Packers have the 2-14 Detroit Lions. The only reason that they would have, as I'm going to audible into a blitz, the only reason they would have to win this game is to play spoiler to the Packers. They are playing for nothing. Green Bay probably has the easier of the division matchups this Week 18. As we're going to have to keep sending blitzes to fill gaps and shut down this run game. But every time I do, and this is the problem, Fields is checking off to the pass. As it's looking like they're going to get into the end zone for 6 unless we can stop him. Let me control one of the linebackers. Let me see if I do a more efficient job linebacking. As Anthony Barr gets a good stop. And now he's telling us to pinch zone. Pinch our D-line. Play zone behind it. I'm for it. The handoff to the left is a fumble. It's a fumble. Everson Griffin's going to return it. Is it actually a fumble, though? That's the question. As Griffin doesn't have the energy to continue all the way to the house. as Kirk Cousins and the offense come onto the field. 21 touchdowns, 21 interceptions. Not the greatest of records, but here we are. And we're going to line up on offense. They have a booth review. This is what I was afraid of. And I feel like it's going to be overturned, but let's see. I mean, it does look like he gets the knee down before he fumbles. So I think this is going to come back. And the Bears are going to get the ball, which they do. First and goal. What a big swing that is. That is a big swing. And the question now remains, can we stop him? We can stop him on first down. Daniil Hunter gets through for the sack. They're lining up in empty, so I'm going to line up in cover one, which is one of the better ways to line up when you're going against an empty formation. As Pierce gets around his block, but so does Fields. Fields is going to have a clear path to the end zone, and he scores a touchdown. Touchdown, Bears. This is a pass play, make no mistake about it, but Fields gets flushed out by the rushing D lineman, and as soon as he breaks containment, there's nobody to tackle him. The defensive back should probably read it here and start making a beeline back to the ball, but they just stand still and don't do anything, and Justin Fields is in for 6.
And the Bears on just 2 plays have taken the lead.
Ooh, that should have been a block kick. I took a bad angle as Michael Pierce goes down with an injury. It's all going wrong on the last day of the season for the Minnesota Vikings as Green Bay go up by a touchdown as well. That is not ideal. I'm going to return this as I'm spin to the outside, thinking I've done a good thing there. But unfortunately, special teams does its thing. So, the game day goal is to rush, but instead, we're going to start with the play action pass over the head of the linebackers. Justin Jefferson, fantastic from Justin Jefferson. I slanted him in, and what a decision that turns out to be. As we now turn to hand the ball off to Dalvin Cook. I picked the wrong direction, but he still gets 4 yards. We're going to go with a zone weak run here. Looks like this could be promising, so we're going to stick with it. Zone weak, Dalvin Cook breaks containment and gets the first down. The home team is slightly faster in the red zone. This is what I like to see. What's the game plan? The game plan's to counter the blitz. They do seem to be blitzing a little bit, so let me try and counter that with a tight end attack, one of my favorite plays on Madden. The reason it's one of my favorite plays is I just read whether the linebackers drop back or press forwards. If they press forwards, I hit Conklin. If they drop back, I hit my crossing receiver. As I take a seat with Irv Smith instead of bracing for contact. But it seemed like the logical thing to do at the time. And now we're lining up in trips and we're going to run the ball with Dalvin Cook. Now what the heck was that? That was absolutely confusing AF. And yet we still got a yard out of it. So we're going to run it again. Because if Dalvin Cook can't pick up 2 yards, then I'm confused. And he does. First down, Minnesota. Now might be a good way to pass. So I think we will. Nope, we've got 2 high safeties. We're audibling into a run. We're going to run to the outside. And we're actually going to run. Once I motion the tight end to the left. Which turns out to be a good decision as Dalvin Cook gets all the way into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. The blocking was perfect. And Dalvin Cook takes it all the way. As we watch the replay, I audible the tight end across. The tight end gets a crucial block on the outside linebacker, and Thielen and Jefferson just doing wonders on their blocks. Jefferson even gets 2 blocks. He blocks this guy, releases, and then goes and blocks the safety. That is run blocking at its finest.
17th touchdown now on the season. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing.
This could be a miss. Nope. 7-7. Let's go.
And we are tied here in the second quarter. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook.
It's a terrible kick. It was about to come, though, wasn't it? I've been kicking very, very dangerously. I've been living life on the edge. But here comes Justin Fields and the Chicago Bears. Slight adjustment on this play. I mean, we're going to blitz him first play to see if we can't get a loss of yardage, maybe an interception. But after this, I have a plan. As we stop him in the backfield, that's a perfect play call. Perfect play call, and we have him on 2nd and 12. And now we're going to run the cover 1 hole, as we have been doing. But we're going to tell our D-line to flare out and contain, to stop that threat of Justin Fields running, which doesn't matter because he gets the pass over the middle to Allen Robinson, now of the Los Angeles Rams, of course. And now, the last time that we went for a blitz against this formation, we got a loss of yardage. We got to stop in the backfield. Can we do the same? We do! We do! 2nd and 12. We've got him in the same situation. This time, though, instead of going with the cover 1, we're going to hit him with some cover 3 match. I'm going to control the linebacker Kendricks here, as I do my job, but the safety, scratch that, the corner gets beat. It is only 3rd and 1, though, after all that yardage. So my instincts are telling me not to listen to the recommended play and go with a big blitz here. And as a matter of fact, we're pinching. We're going to discourage him from running it down the middle. Doesn't matter anyway. Both the D tackle and the middle linebacker get blocked out. And it's a 1st down. So from here, they're in run formation. So I'm going to pinch the D-line, but I'm going to play a pass play in cover 1 rubber, just in case it happens to be a pass. But it looks like they're going to run it to the right from the way that they're lined up, and they do. But it's a good read and a good stop by Nick Vigil for only 4. That could have been a lot worse. And now we're going to hit a free safety blitz and trust our DBs in coverage, as they look like they're going to do a motion. It's a fake jet. It's a fake jet. I read that all the way, and luckily so did my team, as it's now a 3rd and 5. First half going real quickly here, but let's hit him with a cover 1 linebacker spy. Let's spy Justin Fields. That's probably a good way to go here. Contain on the edges and spy Justin Fields, as Daniil Hunter sheds his block, but Fields manages to check down to Montgomery. Oh wow, Anthony Barr whiffed with a tackle. And now the Chicago Bears are going to run this all the way down to the 2-minute warning. Or are they? As I hit the timeout and don't let them. This way, I figure at least if they score, I'll have more time to answer, as we're in cover 4. But don't tell him. Daniil Hunter gets through. Justin Fields gets taken down in the backfield. Everson Griffin with a sack. The defensive line are getting home today. We just need to stop him for at least 3. As we're actually going to send a blitz here and be aggressive. And yet Justin Fields completes his pass. And we're now in 3rd and 7. We're going to go cover 3 but show 2. As Daniil Hunter beats his block, Justin Fields tries to hit the running back screen, the slip screen, but unfortunately They're not on the same page, and the Bears are going to have to settle for a field goal, which they do, and take the lead, 10-7 Bears. Now, fortunately, because of that well-orchestrated timeout before the 2-minute warning, we have 1 minute and 54 and 2 timeouts left. And of course, we're going to return this as we veer off to the right, and it seems to be a disadvantageous decision to say the least. I probably should have just continued down the middle. Nevertheless, we're going to line up in double slants. We're going to keep Tyler Conklin in the block, and we're going to see what we can do. As Kirk Cousins throws an interception, and that is huge. That is huge from LaMarcus Joyner, who's rolling back the years today. That was a timing route, and I thought that I'd got the right timing, but unfortunately LaMarcus Joyner makes the play. And now Minnesota are in a spot of bother here, as they've got to stop the Chicago Bears from getting in the end zone. As that's a good throw from Justin Fields, just maybe a little bit too far wide for Jimmy Graham. And now it's second down. So we're playing cover 1 instead of cover 3, which is the better coverage for this play. But Justin Fields gets out of bother, runs all the way to the 3-yard line. Justin Fields, as Minnesota are going to have to time out. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to blitz, because we're either going to stop them in the backfield or get a crazy turnover, or they're going to score quickly, which is what we want. Okay, not the worst thing in the world. They've scored, but that's what we wanted to do. We wanted to put him under duress straight away, make him get the ball out quickly, and even if he scores a touchdown, we've got time on the clock to go down and answer. Not to mention, I'm fairly certain that we get the ball back at the beginning of the second half, so this isn't the worst outcome in the world. It's 17-7. Could be better. As we're just going to take the knee here and take it out to the 25. Fair catch. Okay. From this position, we're going to run it straight up the gut when they give us that much space. As Dalvin Cook gets an easy 10 yards there. Kirk Cousins scrambles out. Does he get out of bounds? He doesn't, as it's a 2nd and 6, and they're going to have to scramble back to the line. Check down to Dalvin Cook. We're going to have to time out. Even if we could get into field goal range. Even if we could get into field goal range. As we're going to get Dalvin Cook to stay back and block. As we're going to take the easy yards and step out of bounds. Don't want to risk throwing an interception at this point. The game's telling me verticals is the way to go. Something tells me that it's not. As a matter of fact, do we change the play here? I think we stay in here. I think we stay in this play. As we get it to Tyler Conklin, who had a free inside release to the outside of the field, shall we say. It was an inside release, but he started on the outside. And with a 45-yard field goal, we're actually going to try and get a little bit closer, just because I'm not entirely sure I trust my kicking. That's the only reason. Instead of going for the field goal, we're going to trust Justin Jefferson over the top, or Tyler Conklin on the check down. As Justin Jefferson gets wide open for the touchdown, and that's a big play. Jefferson gets in for 6.
Seconds of the first half, and the Vikings are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Joseph now to have the PAT.
This goes back to a simple issue that I said all the way back in my first video. You trust Justin Jefferson. You just do. And now we've gone from missing a potential field goal because my kicking isn't great to a touchdown. Still down by 3, but we get the ball back at the beginning of the second half. I'm fairly certain of that.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. Well, indeed, trying to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here.
As we reach halftime at 17-14, nothing's going to change from our perspective of the game plan. We're going to keep it just as it was, and we're going to try and take the lead here with the first possession of the second half. As here comes Kirk Cousins. Not been terrible today. He's thrown an interception, but it's Kirk Cousins. What do you expect? As we're going to audible out to the left. And that turns out to be a terrible idea, as we're now on 2nd and 11. Dalvin Cook out of the zone, but we still trust him in the run game. And now we're going to have to throw on 3rd and 7.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Flush to his right.
Kirk Cousins can't find an open receiver, gets sacked. And we're going to have to punt, which we do. And we get the hit stick as well, but unfortunately, as is the case on all Madden, no fumble. As we're going to run the cover 1 hole play, but this time contain our D-line. Justin Fields finds a great pass. He's playing like you know, if they win this game, he's not, you know, it's not a disservice. As Fields has nobody open downfield and gets decked by Daniil Hunter for a loss of 5 yards. I've got the middle of the field with Anthony Barr. Jimmy Graham wide open on the sideline there. Somebody's definitely blown an assignment. I don't know what happened there. It looked like I had him locked down. That's terrible.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. To throw is Fields.
As he goes to the end zone, is that going to be pass interference? That's not good. A.J. Bouye commits the pass interference, and now Chicago are going to have a chance at 6. As it looks like it's going to be a run to the left, and it is. And Montgomery, as he has been doing all game, gets in the end zone on the run to the left. The Chicago Bears now leading by 10.
And I think those last 2 plays, that's what you're talking about, balance, right? Big pass play, puts them in position.
It seems as though the Chicago Bears have come out of halftime and made the correct adjustments they need to make as Green Bay goes up by 20 against the Detroit Lions. We're in a hole here.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Minnesota offense about
We're going to run away from Khalil Mack.
And on the last go around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule.
The Chicago Bears block shedding has been top-notch today, as I get an offensive holding penalty with Christian Darrisaw, my left tackle. We're going to take a chance here. The game's telling me to go skinny posts. We're going to leave Tyler Conklin in to block.
Throwing his Cousins. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield.
Not open.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that.
Let's hit him with some play action.
Throwing on second and long. Cousins.
Justin Jefferson with the comeback to make it a 3rd and 5. Much more manageable. Now, we're going to trust the double slants. It didn't work last time, but it works this time as D.D. Westbrook gets the first down. We're still moving.
That's a play that'll likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this,
That was D.D. Westbrook's first catch of the game. And the run defense has just been absolutely tremendous for the Chicago Bears. They're forcing us into the pass game. They've got us right where they want us.
They go play action. Cousins.
Kirk Cousins finds D.D. Westbrook again. I'm going to have to check something here because I feel like I'm making the same mistake I always make in this franchise. Is it D.D. Westbrook or Nick Westbrook? It's D.D. Westbrook. Okay, I feel vindicated. We're now going to go for the play-action cross shot.
As they're down to the 29-yard line. Play action now. Cousins. Escaping the pressure right.
That's a great throw from Kirk Cousins to Justin Jefferson, who doesn't quite make it to the end zone, but we're going to run hurry up and we're going to dive into the end zone, hopefully with Dalvin Cook. As we do, touchdown Vikings. That's the beauty of running hurry up offense. The defense couldn't quite get set. The ball gets snapped, and Dalvin Cook clearly breaks the plane there. And the game has now become a 3-point game again. Okay. We're changing the game plan. Instead of running the ball, we're actually going to go for some play-action passing and some mid-range to short-range passing because the Bears seem to be all over the run. So why would you not? As Justin Fields breaks containment. And it's now 2nd and 3. We're going to send pressure here. We're going to send pressure. That's going to be a holding penalty as David Montgomery probably should have just kept running, but for some reason the animation goes inside. But yeah, that's definitely offensive holding. So they're going to be walked back 10 yards, and it's now 2nd and 13. And what we're going to do is we're going to contain the D-line and force him to stay inside. And we're going to take the middle of the field with Anthony Barr, as which we do, although the tackling leaves something to be desired. 3rd and 3. We're sending a zone blitz. And here we go into the 4th quarter. The Bears up by 3.
One quarter remains here as the
And what we're going to do
We'll return with more after this break.
is we're going to hit him
The NFL on EA Sports.
with some Engage 8.
The Bears on
Nope. I don't know what's happening, so I'm just going to have to audible into Fireman. I lost time.
Play action. Fields. Let's this one rip toward Graham. Well, this is
Oh my goodness, Jimmy Graham absolutely cooked Xavier Woods. Woods gets the tackle before the end zone, but what the heck is that?
huge play there for Chicago. Well,
He Randy Mosses him.
definitely motor, and he shows off the wheels there after the catch as he's able to shake free.
And now Chicago are going to put a lot of pressure here as Montgomery gets into the end zone for 6. The Bears offense is cooking today. 31 points. Playing like a team that's got a sense of freedom. The Vikings playing like a team that are trying to hold on to something. And with 6 minutes and 17 seconds on the clock, the Minnesota Vikings are going to have to play some aggressive football in the hopes of scoring, and scoring quickly.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores into the fourth quarter. This drive,
Good tackle. Dalvin Cook had a very, very free lane there.
near the 35, maybe the 34. Second down, right back to Cook. Call it a game.
As we're running the hurry-up offense.
Move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or 2. Cousins gives way to Cook. And this will be a Vikings first down. As good.
And you know what? If they're going to leave the middle of that field wide open, no, we're going to have to change. We're going to have to change.
On play action, Cousins.
Justin Jefferson wide open over the top. We're moving the ball here.
It's out of bounds, but not before taking it down near the 15. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Off the play fake, Cousins. Flush to his right.
That's a good pass from Kirk Cousins. Takes a hit for his trouble, does Justin Jefferson, but we're in the first and goal here. And we've just got to get a touchdown quick.
Back into this football game. They'll run with Cook.
As Dalvin Cook gets in the end zone. Touchdown, Vikings.
Dalvin Cook, a 5-yard touchdown run.
The Vikings may possibly go down, but they're going down swinging. 31-28.
Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit
The Vikings just have to find some level of defense.
out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. The Bears offense ready to get going again. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. They throw
As Justin Fields checks down
inside. No gain there on the completion.
with no gain.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained.
We're going to run the same play, but we're going to show a blitz.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly.
Daniil Hunter
Vikings, and they get
sacks Justin Fields, and we've got him right where we want him.
once again his
3rd and long.
sack of the afternoon.
All we have to do
Been a little bit of feast or famine
is hold him.
for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket. Because you mentioned the
Pressure comes.
Justin Fields sacked again by Daniil Hunter. 4th and 27, and now the Vikings are going to have a big opportunity here
There's Sam Martin now.
with quite a bit of time left on the clock to either take the lead
He put
or,
it 5 times in the win last
at the
week.
very least, tie the game.
47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Now the Minnesota
We're going to run some of our more recent plays because those are the ones that got it done.
Tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced force the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late.
As we run the dive up the middle.
He'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 92 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw near to a 1,500-yard campaign.
Justin Jefferson has to be the read when he's in his X Factor here. Except for the fact that he's not. And Tyler Conklin gets a good completion. Dalvin Cook down the middle. Another great gain from Minnesota. And can we run one more play before the 2-minute warning? Which we do. And another great run down the middle. We're punishing the Chicago Bears now. And most importantly, we're running some time off the clock.
And I believe, yes, that's the wideout, Adam Thielen. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back.
That's a great throw from Kirk Cousins, but Westbrook drops it. Westbrook drops it. That is not a great place to do that.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Again, this is
Dalvin Cook gets the 2 yards down the middle. And now, we're in range. But what we're going to do is we're going to let the clock wind down a little bit. We should have a clear row of blockers here if we can get to the outside. If everybody holds up.
now Cook.
The safety crashes down. Dalvin Cook tries to cut to the inside. Gets 2 yards.
On the pickup there, it'll be 2nd and 8.
We're running down the middle.
From the gun, it's again to Cook. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
And we're 1st and goal here. We're 1st and goal. We don't need to do anything crazy. All we have to do is keep running the ball. Dalvin Cook to the outside. Touchdown, Minnesota. A very, very run-centric drive. Finishes with a halfback stretch. Punched into the end zone by Dalvin Cook. And we sink the extra point, which means that Chicago has to drive down the field and score a touchdown with 25 seconds left. A field goal is not good enough. Unfortunately, I think Green Bay are going to take the division here with that huge win against the Lions. But what a momentum-building win this is going into the playoffs. Minnesota looking like they're going to secure, at the moment at least, going to secure the 5 seed. Justin Fields launches it. It's intercepted, but he lands out of bounds. And now, we're playing prevent defense. That one play took 8 seconds. Justin Fields breaks containment, throws the ball. It's caught by Jimmy Graham, but that whole sequence took quite some time off the clock there, as we're going to play prevent defense. 7 seconds to go. If Justin Fields scrambles to the outside, he loses. He needs to throw it, and he does. And it's dropped, which means the Minnesota Vikings are going to finish the season on a win. 11 wins to be exact. After a 35-31 nail-biting home victory over the Chicago Bears. Sound the horn. Let's see what this means for the playoff picture now. I'm not going to hit you with an outro just yet. We're going to see what this means. We're going to see what kind of playoff ramifications this has. Having success on the ground was a key talking point this week, and it seemed to play a big part. Additional thoughts? Yeah, I think we had a great plan coming in, and I saw some areas that we felt we could have some success. We knew it'd be tough. It's always going to be against those guys, but we got the job done. Breaking down the wall, like Chris Jericho. Running back, not right end, running back, Dalvin Cook will have +5 break, tackle, and carry for the next 2 games. And all offensive linemen will have +5 run block finesse and run block power for the next 2 games. Well, what a way to finish the video, eh? We extend our record to 11-6. Adam Thielen's going to be out for 2 weeks. We're going to go as a wild card 5th seed, I believe, because of Green Bay's win. And we're going to play an emotional wild card round here, traveling to Levi Stadium to play the division-winning San Francisco 49ers, who got the better of us in the last one as well. So yeah, it's going to be in the NFC, Green Bay with the bye week, and then Dallas versus Atlanta. It's going to be Tampa Bay versus Carolina. That's a division matchup. And then it's going to be San Francisco versus Minnesota Vikings. And unless the Carolina Panthers or the Atlanta Falcons win, that if we were to somehow scrape past the San Francisco 49ers, it would set up a all-division Packers versus Vikings clash, with the Vikings 2-0 at the moment against the Packers. And then just to round the video off, obviously the Cleveland Browns are the 1 seed in the AFC, and then the Patriots are at home to the Colts, the Chiefs are at home to the Broncos in a divisional matchup, and the Titans are at home to the Buffalo Bills. So it should be an exciting playoffs, kicking it off with Minnesota 11-6 as a wild card team traveling to San Francisco to face the 9-8 49ers. Is it going to be repeat or revenge? Stay tuned to find out. Thank you everybody for watching, and I will see you all next time.